What's up, gorgeous? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I will be talking about being 19 and pregnant. Oh my gosh, it's a story. So go ahead and grab your snacks, your drinks, and start watching. So when my son's father and I were 18 and 19 years old, we decided to move out, get our own apartment. We both had jobs. Literally, we had it together, okay? So currently I was on birth control. I was on the pill. I was taking it faithfully every day. But I also had irregular cycles. And the pill as well gave me really bad depression and insomnia and things like that. So I went to my doctor and I said, hey, I'm having issues with sleeping. Everything makes me cry. I'm literally depressed 24/7. What can I do? I hate it. So she prescribes me an antidepressant, and hopefully, she was hoping that would help with the depression and also help relax me so I'd be able to sleep better at night. So apparently, some antidepressants can counteract birth control, especially if you're on the pill. So I was still taking my pill. I believe I missed 1 or 2 days because my son's father and we went out with a group of friends. We didn't really drink, but we partied, y'all, and we partied hard. There were no hardcore drugs involved. I promise. Don't get crazy. We just partied. We had so much fun. The night was young all night long, and it was just an amazing time with our friends. So when we would get home, it would be super late at night, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's when I would take my pill. It'd be 3 o'clock in the morning just to turn around and do it the next day, party again, and then come home and then take my pill at like 5 a.m. So technically I didn't really miss them. I just wasn't taking them at the same time every single day like I was supposed to. So there were lots of gaps in between. Like I would go from taking my pill at 9 a.m. and then the next day I would take it at 9 p.m. and then the day after that I would take it at 3 a.m. It just really depended on when I remembered to take it. And so because I was just sporadic with taking the pills and not on top of that, my cycle was irregular anyway. So most of the time that I was taking the placebo pills, I had already gone through my whole cycle of ovulation, periods, and things like that. Like a lot of the time my period would come before I even took my placebo pills. There was definitely a lot of missed days when it comes to ovulation and taking the pill at different times of the day, every single day. So I was at my mom's house and she was just talking about, I'm ready for a grandbaby. I had all my kids. I'm just ready to be grandma now, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Mom, like, don't jinx me. Because I ain't trying to have no baby right now, Mom. So just don't jinx me. And my mom was like, I give it a year and you'll be pregnant. And I was like, nah, that's not going to happen. But the next day, she made spaghetti. I love spaghetti, okay? No, I'm going to backtrack. My mom had made spaghetti a couple of nights before, and spaghetti had been in the refrigerator for probably 2 or 3 days, but I wanted it. I love spaghetti. Spaghetti is everything. If you don't like spaghetti, get off my channel. We don't need that negativity. But anyway, so I heated up the spaghetti and I was eating it, and while I'm eating the spaghetti, I noticed, like, wait, the whole room is spinning. Why is everything spinning? It got really hot and I just became nauseous out of nowhere. Like it hit me like a truck. My little sister was like walking in the dining room when this happened, and she was like, you don't look too good. I was like, I don't feel good. And then as soon as I said that, I just threw up everywhere, all over the kitchen table, all in my bowl of spaghetti. I was low-key mad because I was gonna finish it, but whatever. And she's like, I'm gonna go get mama. So she walks away and she goes to get my mom, and I'm just like sitting there like, what the hell just happened? Did I really just throw up out of nowhere like this? And I have never been the kind of person, I don't get sick easily. I don't get nauseous easily. Never had the flu. Usually sicknesses and things like that just go right past me. So it was weird. I've never experienced anything like that. So my mom comes downstairs and she's like, don't worry, I'll clean it up. Are you pregnant? And I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. We just had this conversation last night. I'm not pregnant. And she was like, well, this looks and smells like pregnant throw up to me. And I'm like, I'm not pregnant. But at this point, I'm still feeling super just lightheaded and nauseous, and I just feel out of it. So I go upstairs, I brush my teeth, I take a shower, and I go to bed. I didn't even go home that night. I just took a shower and went to bed. And the next day, I woke up at 4 a.m. because I had to go to work. I used to work at Starbucks, and anyone who has ever worked at Starbucks knows that the opening shift, you got to be there at 4:30, baby. 4:30. So I woke up at 4, I got dressed, and I was still feeling kind of queasy, but honestly, I easily forgot about it because it really wasn't that bad. I just was like, well, maybe the spaghetti was just not good anymore and I shouldn't have eaten it. Or maybe I ate something before. I don't know what the case may be, but I still felt just a little bit nauseous. They getting on my nerve. But anyway, so I get dressed, I go to work, and as I'm walking to my car, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I feel nauseous. So I get in the car, I drive 38 minutes to work. I get to work, and literally my whole shift, I'm fine. Like, I'm making drinks and I'm in the flow, but I thought because maybe I was so busy, I wasn't really paying attention with what was going on with my body. So it was just that kind of situation where, okay, I'm busy. I probably just worked off all of the craziness I was feeling. But I noticed at about, I think my shift was over at 4. No, that's a lie. My shift was over at 2. I was like, I think it was like maybe 1:15, 1:20-ish. And the nausea came back. And it hit me, y'all. And I remember I was making a white mocha. It was a venti white mocha, extra hot with 6 pumps white mocha, 2 pumps vanilla, and extra whip. And I was steaming the milk, and I would cue the shots. And then as I was pumping the pumps or whatever, the syrup, and I put the cup under there, like, you know how like when you feel like you're about to throw up, it's like right here, and your mouth starts to water, and you're like literally almost gagging. But it was the smell of the coffee and the hot milk that just set me off. So I finished the drink, I connected, I put it out the drive-through window, and I just literally walked away. I told my manager, I was like, yo, I feel horrible. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. So I went to the bathroom, and as soon as I like walked up to the toilet, it just all came up. And I was like, what the hell? What is going on? What did I eat? What do I have? Is it a stomach bug? Like, what is going on? And this was August 7th of 2016. So I call my mom, and I'm like, hey mom, I'm coming home, or I'm coming to the house. Oh, and also I was driving my mom's car because my son's father had wrecked mine, so it was in the shop getting fixed. So I was driving my mom's car at the time. So I was like, hey mom, I'm on my way home. I just threw up at work again. I really don't feel good, so I'll be there in about 40 minutes. I get home and I tell my mom what happened, and she was like, you're pregnant. You really need to go get a test. And I was like, I'm not pregnant at all. She is like, just go to Dollar Tree, get a test. It's $1. You'd rather be safe than sorry. So I go to Dollar Tree. And this is August 7th this is August 7th, and it's 3:21 p.m. And Dollar Tree was literally right down the road, maybe a 3-minute drive. So it was 3:21. I grabbed the test. I drive home, and I already had to pee. So it was like one of those little dropper tests. So I got a styrofoam cup, peed in the styrofoam cup, did the little dropper thing. And then, I went on about my business, washed my hands. And when I was washing my hands, I look over, like I just glance over, and I'm like, Like, y'all, it was positive. And when I say positive, it was positive. And it was not even like 3 minutes. I want to say the positive line or the test line showed up almost immediately. It wasn't even a few seconds. Like, it wasn't even all the way done going across the window. So I instantly started laughing. I have a really, really bad habit of laughing in serious situations. And I was like, oh my God, this isn't my test. Like, this is this is not going on right now. But I'm laughing, dying, laughing. And I look over at it again, and it's like the test line is just getting darker and darker and darker. My test line was darker than the control line. I'm not even kidding. So I run out of the bathroom after I'm like done laughing, and I'm like, okay, Usa, handle this shit like a boss. So I go in my mom's room and I throw it on the bed, and I was like, you jinxed me. Your wish has come true. You're going to be a grandma. And then my mom, she just kind of sits there for a second, and she's like, I knew it. And I was like, oh my goodness. So the shock almost immediately turned into excitement. I've always wanted to be a mom from, to be honest, as young as I can remember, maybe 2 or 3 years old. I've always wanted to be a mom. I've always loved babies. Anything pertaining to a baby, I wanted it. When my little sister was born, I was 14. So I was old enough to really know what was going on and effectively take care of her. So every chance that I had my little sister. She was so much fun. She was literally like a little baby doll to me. So me being pregnant at 19 was not really the worst news I could have gotten. I had a house, I had a job, I had a car. My son's father, we were together. We had been together for 4.5 years. And, it wasn't something that, was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't have a baby right now. This is just impossible. I can't afford it. It wasn't that at all. So it was just nothing but immediately being excited. And I had this deep love and connection with the baby from the start. But I was still on birth control. And I think I had taken the test. I took my birth control pill the night that I got sick with the spaghetti. But I didn't take it, anytime after that. But I did take it the night I got sick before I went to bed. So I was still taking my birth control. And I was like, what is this going to harm my baby in any way? So I called my OB right before the office closed, or my primary care physician, and she was like, no, the pill is not going to terminate an existing pregnancy. She's like, but I would like you to come in on the 9th so we can do blood work, make sure everything is looking good, make sure your numbers are up and everything looks good. So that's what we did. I called my grandma. She started crying. I called my dad. My dad, oh my gosh, my dad. He is just so nonchalant. Nothing phases him. He's just very mellow. He lives in the moment, And I was like, well, Daddy, I'm pregnant. And he didn't even seem like shocked or surprised. He was just like, well, congratulations. So my dad was my dad. I did have a few family members who were extremely disappointed in me, like my uncle. He is all for going to school and, you know, working, being married, things like that before you bring a baby into the picture, which I completely understand. But some things just happen, and my son happened, and we were just going to be excited about it. So after I told all my friends and my family that I was pregnant, me and my mom instantly were like, it's a boy. No, it's a girl. It's a boy. I knew he was a boy from day one. My mom swore up and down it was a girl. We had names picked out from, I want to say, when I was like 8 weeks. We had names picked out. So that was crazy. On the 9th of August, we went to the doctor. She did my blood work, and she came back and she was like, well, congratulations. You're definitely pregnant. Like, girl, you're pregnant. My HCG levels were sky high. She at first mentioned twins because of how high they were, but we also didn't know how far along I was. The next day, I went to the hospital, the same hospital he was born at. I went to the hospital. She did a vaginal ultrasound, and he was just he was so little. So he was so little, and he had his little, you know, the yolk sac and stuff, but she was having a hard time getting proper measurements because he was bigger than what a 5 or 6 week fetus would look like, but he still had his yolk sac. So she put him, it's probably I was 5 weeks and 6 days when I got that scan. But from then to the day he was born, he was huge. He always measured bigger, and he was just huge. I believe I was showing at like 8 weeks, and a lot of people say that's bloat or whatever, but y'all, it was not bloat. It was an obvious baby bump, and by 10 weeks, I was 100% visibly pregnant. By 10 weeks, I believe I looked like I was about 20 weeks pregnant. I was huge, okay? And my son was born 4.5 weeks early, and he was 8 pounds, y'all. 8 pounds. So that is my story, and I'm really gonna leave my son's dad's reaction out, because my son's dad just does not do social media or anything of that sort. So I'm gonna ask him if he wants me to put it in here, but I'm not. But either way, we were both excited, and it was such a great experience being pregnant and giving birth. And now I have this adorable little boy who is so much fun. I would not trade him for anything. He is so smart. And I could go on about Kingdom. But yeah, that is my 19 and pregnant. And y'all, it was crazy. But I'm doing it. I'm killing it. All right? This mom shit is easy for now. For now. He ain't even 2 yet. But for now, it's easy. And I'm loving every second of it. So that is it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more videos from me, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way you're notified every time I upload. And that is it. Bye, guys. Love you.